she controls the image that most people will see.
Wow.
I mean, it's genius.
Now, the darkness of you've toured with some huge acts. Guns N' Roses. Lady Gaga was one.
Yeah, that's true. That's one.
What is she like? What is it like to tour with acts like that?
Well, I tell you, it depends. I mean, everybody's has a sort of varying degree of privacy and whether you're even sort of in their proximity. And we were actually really close with Lady Gaga. She was taking us for dinner and stuff like that. But I realised that her existence is so... It seems to be like 24 hours a day she's thinking about the perception of the things that she does. So she goes to a restaurant and we walk in there, we're seated at the table and she's already got like a tablet out and she's looking at the paparazzi photographs of her entering the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Before she's even ordered the food, finding the one that she wants people to see the most of, retweeting that so that she controls the image that most people will see.
Wow.
I mean, it's genius, and it's hard for her. I was watching, because when she was touring with us, there was a lot of stuff in the press about her weight, and like people criticizing her for being bigger than she had been on a previous tour. And I was like, how the fuck can you live like that? And then with that sort of scrutiny, it was really outrageous, the things that were being written about her, and quite heartbreaking, really. And we became really good friends, and it was kind of like, I just couldn't believe the things that she was expected to just deal with on a daily basis.
That is insane.
She's really inspiring, but like so much work. Then it's all her, you know. It's nobody else is driving that for her. She's actually a force, a real force of nature.
She's incredible.
Yeah, and then you do things like Guns N' Roses. You don't see them.
Oh,
and if you do sort of encounter them, there's a distance that's enforced by security and stuff.
Well, even though you're their support act, like I thought that was like a bit of a mate.
They're more like the warm down act for our thing, etc. etc. I mean, so just everybody's different, I think. But I have had situations where I've been held up against walls by security, and you just got to keep out of the main artist's way unless they invite you in. You learn the etiquette of it pretty quickly.
Wow!
I remember Tim Burgess from the Charlatans saying he when they were playing New York quite early on, Madonna came in. We told Madonna's going to come into their dressing room, and he'd gone out to the toilet, and he came back to the dressing room, and there was like Madonna's security outside saying, "You can't go in there." Going, "It's my dressing room." Yeah. The rest of the band was
I thought you were going to say he came in and then before he realised who she was, said, "I'd give the toilet a few minutes." But, oh, hey, Madonna.
Who's a name that pops out when you think of somebody who's really, really lovely, like a big star in the music scene? We often ask guests like the negative ones, but I think it's nice to also know the...
I feel like the ones that have sort of established and have been up there for a long time, they're always lovely. Because they will only be having a conversation with you on their terms, like there's no reason for you to have to talk to anybody when you're at that level, So people like Brian May, if they, if you do have a conversation with them, it's because they want to talk to you and they're going to be lovely,
right? Yeah.
And he always was. I remember he invited us to go and see We Will Rock You when that was running, and we sat with him and watched it, and it was a brilliant experience. And I was like, I don't know, I was choked up at the right bits, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm sitting here watching this with Brian May. It's amazing, and he was really accommodating. We went for a drink afterwards, and it was really cool. And but somebody came up to him during that evening and said, "Oh my god, you're Brian May, you've got to have a picture taken with me, you've got to," and started to do that, and he said, "No, I don't." Off your fuck, or words to that effect, And I saw the difference, it's like if he's, that's a guy who talks to whoever he wants to, so when he does, he's nice, and when somebody invades his personal space, he becomes the other Brian.
Right.
I love both of them, I'll be honest. I'd be happy with either, but it's, but I think you've got to pick your moments with those guys.
Yeah, for sure. That's a cool story.
Turned 50 into it was like 12, 15 grand, and I was like, this is life changing, we're going to go on holiday. Within about an hour or two, I lost it.
Wow.